I'm Nelly. This is Build Your Army, and today I'm attacking today I'm attacking real estate agents, realtors. I'm going to be honest with you. You really don't know how to market to your ideal client. And the reason I say that is because you door knock, you do bench ads, and you do billboard ads, and you send me flyers. You're probably sending thousands of people flyers to their doorstep, to their mail. I check my mailbox maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. 9 times out of 10, there's probably 4 or 5 realtors sending me flyers, and they all look the same, and they all have the same message. You don't know how to be unique. On top of that, you propose on your first date because you ask for the business too soon without building a relationship with me, without taking me out for dinner and getting to know my needs before you propose to me. So we'll start with the flyer, then we'll go with bench ads, and then we'll go with the door knock. Okay. I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget. So flyers, bench ads, and door knocking is my favorite. So why is it that you think buying or selling question mark is a convincing way to convince me to do business with you? Or just the fact that you exist and you advertise to me? Why would I choose you over your 50,000 competitors in your city? Just think about that for a moment. You guys are all doing the same thing. So why would I pick you over the other person? If anything, it just creates confusion and then nothing. Every once in a while, I get a clever flyer and I keep it, actually. Although my brother's a real estate agent, so unfortunately, you won't get my business. My brother will, because I have a relationship with him that goes well beyond a flyer, a bench ad, or a door knock. So that is the other competition you're dealing with, personal relationships. Okay, so the flyer, buying or selling question mark, with all your listings and how much you've sold for or whatever. All you're telling me is that you do business. You're not telling me how you're different than your competitor. You also have my attention for probably 2 seconds before I throw your flyer in the recycling bin. It actually frustrates me because I, like probably everybody else, is very busy in their life. Newborn children, busy work schedule, all sorts of stuff getting in the way of you getting my attention as a potential client. I don't think you're thinking about the buying experience in that instance. You're thinking from your perspective, your own perspective. You're not thinking from a customer's perspective and what their busy life might look like. You have to enter their world when they're ready to make the decision to buy or sell as well, which is also what, every once every 4 years, if even that, if not longer. So you're trying to catch that person at that opportune moment when they're ready to pull the plug. I don't know what the saying is. Pull the trigger on listing their home, and you're banking on the fact that your one flyer is going to hit that person at the right moment in 4 years. No chance. Not a chance. Let's then go over to the bench ads. Same idea. Buying or selling question mark. I'm not going to hire you because I know you exist. It's not enough for me to know, because it's not enough for me to decide to work with you because you've advertised on a bench on my route to work. I know I'm throwing just complaints at you and I'm not giving you solutions, but they're going to come. I promise I am going to come to this episode with some solutions if you are a real estate agent. And by the way, this applies to any business trying to develop their ideal client. It's not specifically for a real estate agent the transferable experience is the same. And then door knocking, which I love. I love that the most. Long day of work, come home, you're having dinner, you kick your feet up finally, you relax, you're watching crappy news on TV or something, and then the door knocks. There's a knock at the door. So you get up, you head over to it from the buyer's perspective, okay? So that's why I'm telling the story from the buyer's perspective. I walk up to the door, open it up, and the customer, myself, your potential customer, is thinking, what in the heck do you want? Who the heck are you? So now you've frustrated your potential customer before you've even opened up your mouth. And then you go on about your script and how you recently sold a house in the neighborhood for some good money. Great. Doesn't mean I'm interested in buying or selling, sorry. And if I was, why pick you? Because you recently sold in that neighborhood? Sure. That's a decent story. But I don't know a damn thing about you. I don't know your tactics. I don't know your sales strategies. I don't know how you do business. I don't know how you interact with people. You've told me nothing about your process and how you help the seller throughout the process or assist the buyers. Do you have a list of buyers ready, willing and able to buy in the area? You haven't told me anything. And you've asked me to list my home within, I don't know, a minute of meeting you just because you knocked at the door. Again, it's very much like going on a first date and asking the person sitting on the opposite end of the table to marry you. It's too fast. The idea is to be in front of your customer when they are looking and reach that market. Connect with the market. Connect with your market in a way where they are eager to reach out to you and do business. And the way to do that, one of the ways to do that, is to have a very effective website that collects leads and that you can market to that person for the rest of eternity as long as they're an email subscriber of yours. Because if I encounter you today, you might tell me something that resonates with me, but I'm not ready to sell yet. But if you constantly stay in contact with me over email, reach out here and there, then you're building a relationship with me over time. And yes, it could take years. But imagine you get to the point where you have 10,000 names of potential buyers on an email list that you can constantly market to them. Imagine how much business you would be able to pull in. And when you have a listing, you could list it to email all of your subscribers on your email list. So you could double end the transaction because you will not only have the listing, but you have a list of potential buyers at your disposal. And when you go to your listing presentation, you can tell your potential seller, the customer looking to list, you can say, listen, I have 10,000 people on an email database that get my email daily or weekly, and they will all get your listing over and above listing it on the MLS system or realtor.ca.com or whatever system you're using in your country. Think about how powerful that is, and now you'll stand out in your listing agent in your listing presentation. You'll stand out to your potential client because you have an active buyer's list that no other real estate agent has. So the way to do that is to head on over to buildyourarmy.com and make sure your website contains a funnel that will allow you to capture leads of all of your website visitors so that you have them to market to them forever. And in 5 years from now, you might have 20,000 potential buyers on that list. Who knows? There's a Chinese proverb that I really like, and I'm going to use it here. And it is, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is today. And what I'm trying to say in a cliche way, a little cheesy, but start building your email list of potential customers, potential buyers or sellers now. And in 5 years from now, you'll have an endless amount of potential buyers and sellers that you could market to for free and create oodles of revenue. And that's how you do it. My name is Nelly. This is Build Your Army, and keep building and enjoy your life.